The Arizona Cardinals were the definition of mediocre last year, finishing the season 8-8, ranking 19th in the NFL in both total offense and total defense, and it's mostly the same cast of characters back this year. 9 starters returning on both sides of the ball. Their biggest questions at quarterback. There's that old saying in the NFL, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have one, and that saying could certainly be applied to this year's Arizona Cardinals. Heading into training camp, Kevin Kolb and John Skelton were battling it out for the starting quarterback job. A lot of people thought Kolb was going to win that job based solely on the fact that he's paid more, has more experience. However, Skelton ended up beating him out. John Skelton will be the Arizona starting quarterback this year, at least for the beginning of the season. Not sure how that makes Arizona fans feel. Doesn't matter. No matter who the quarterback is, they have got to get the ball to Larry Fitzgerald more often. Fitzgerald, of course, one of the best wide receivers in the entire league. He does not see enough balls in Arizona. Arizona doesn't make enough plays down the field, period. I mean, here's a stat for you, an illuminating stat. In the last 2 seasons, the Cardinals offense has not gained 400 yards of total offense in a game one single time. That's right, it's been a 2-year shutout in terms of 400-yard games for the Arizona offense. That can't happen when you have a weapon like Larry Fitzgerald at the wide receiver position. Now, the Cardinals tried to help out Fitzgerald and their quarterback by drafting some help this year. Drafting Notre Dame wide receiver Michael Floyd in the first round. The OP steps up and fills that role opposite Fitzgerald that early Doucette has not been able to fill thus far in his NFL career. We'll see if Floyd can do that. He will be a rookie this year. There is normally a steep learning curve for rookies at the wide receiver position, but he won't be facing many double coverages, not with Larry Fitzgerald on the other side of the field. Now, on defense, this team was middle of the pack last year. As we said, 19th in the league. They were middle of the pack in really every statistical category, and with no big additions this offseason, no big free agent signings, no draft picks that are expected to make an immediate impact, I'm not really seeing where this defense is going to improve. Maybe the guys who are already there are going to get better. Who knows? We'll see. One thing the Cardinals do have going for them, they play in a somewhat soft division, the NFC West. Of course, the San Francisco 49ers emerged last year as the best team in that division, but the other 2 teams in the division, Seattle and St. Louis, Arizona's at least as good or better than them. So they might be able to rack up some division wins there. Could approach last year's 8-8 record, but quite frankly, I'd be surprised if they did much better than that. As far as Super Bowl odds, Vegas has them at 100 to win the Super Bowl. They can be had at BETDAQ on 144 to 1. You know, listen, how is this Arizona Cardinals team going to win the Super Bowl? I guess if John Skelton transforms into a Pro Bowl level quarterback, Michael Floyd steps up and turns into a big-time wide receiver in his rookie season, the defense improves across the board. You see where I'm going with this. A whole lot of ifs, a whole lot of maybes. The Arizona Cardinals are not going to win the Super Bowl. They'll be fortunate to make the playoffs. Now, I do think Ken Whisenhunt has done a good job there in his 5 years as coach. This will be his 6th season. I do think, regardless of the outcome, he deserves a 7th and probably an 8th season. Need to build up that roster a little bit, get an infusion of young talent, especially on that defense, and then we'll see where the Arizona Cardinals can go. As far as this year goes, I think they're stuck in the mud a little bit.